This here is the West Walnut Avenue grade crossing in Orange, California. There are 4 tracks. 2 for the Metrolink and Amtrak Surfliner, and the other 2 for the Metrolink Olive Sub.
I must say, this line was originally owned by the Union Pacific and the Burlington Northern Railroad a long time ago.
I remember when this grade crossing used to have Western color and haze and safe trend mechanical bells since my glory days of 1999.
I really miss the train horns since they were silenced in early 2011. If only I could journey back in time and remember what Orange County looked like back then.
I hope we can agree with it.
This here is the West Collins Avenue grade crossing. It used to have 2 mechanical bells by SafeTran, but it was updated in 2010 with new mast signals, but the classic Western color and haze gate and 1 mechanical bell remains.
I remember it used to have Western color and haze mast signals all with SafeTran lights, and before they were LED, I saw that they were crystal clear light bulbs.
Since I was born a few years ago, when I was 3, I heard train horns when we went to travel from Orange to Santa Fe Springs.
If only the train horns weren't silenced, then it would be much better.
Let's move on to the next image.
This here is the West Catawba Avenue grade crossing. I'm not sure what this used to be like back then, but it used to have classic mechanical bells and gate masts.
I am not amused that this is still a quiet zone.
I remember one time I drove my drive vehicle to catch a second Sutton train pass by. My throat sounded really loud.
The classic mass signals will never be forgotten.
Let's move on.
This here is the Taft Avenue grade crossing, which used to have a second track a long time ago, but the other track is abandoned.
This is located next to the other grade crossing in Glasso Street. Let's move on.
This here is the Glasso Street grade crossing. It originally had mechanical bells and classic gate masts, but those are history a few years later.
As we mentioned before, it used to be a horn zone. Sadly, motorists miss that noise.
Let's move on to the next image.
This here is the Meats Avenue grade crossing. It used to have mechanical bells, but they already got replaced a few years ago.
Still, there was a time when I left from work to watch the Metrolink train pass by while going north to San Bernardino.
Still, it is quite a full barrier set.
This here is the Lincoln Avenue grade crossing. Today, it still retains 2 working mechanical bells.
Wow! I did not know it has mechanical bells for such a long time. I sure hope they don't get replaced.
I remember a long time ago, there used to be another track between the stations.
Let's move on to the next image.
This here is the grade crossing next to the Santa Ana Bridge. It used to have 2 SafeTran mechanical bells, but they were replaced with Western color and haze electronic bells.
I might as well remember that X2000R has recorded trains here during the past times.
Still, the mechanical bells will never be forgotten, even though it is a full barrier set.
Next image.
This here is the newly updated grade crossing at La Palma Avenue. It used to have 1 track. Since 2022, there is now a second track.
I remember it used to have a SafeTran mechanical bell and a Modern Industries bell, but they were replaced with SafeTran Type 3 electronic bells since 2008.
It used to have Siemens mast signals for pedestrians and motorists, but this now has new Western color and haze lights and gates.
It used to have SafeTran Type 2 electronic bells, but they were replaced with General Signals electronic bells as of today.
As of today, there will be 2 Metrolink trains that will meet here at a certain time.
Continuing on with the next crossing is Tustin Avenue.
This here is the North Tustin Avenue Railroad crossing in Anaheim, California. It used to have mechanical bells, but they were replaced with 3 General Signals electronic bells and 1 Western color and haze electronic bell.
I have a feeling there is now a second track as of today. There will be a time when Metrolink and Burlington Northern trains meet each other at a certain moment.
Once again, it used to be a horn zone until several years later in the mid-2010 era.
Let's head on the last 2 grade crossings.
If you say so.
This next image is the East Moraloma Avenue Grade Crossing.
I remember it used to have 4 Western color and haze signals.
You know, the new signals remain intact after the update, which is a few years ago.
Let's move to the next image.
This here is the North Jefferson Street grade crossing. It is the last grade crossing owned by Metrolink before it merges onto the Burlington Northern Line.
I have a feeling a mechanical bell still retains. The gate masts and lights are still kept.
My family and I remember that it used to have another mechanical bell on the other signal.
Let's move to the final image.
Okay then.
The last grade crossing is South Van Buren Street. The Metrolink train leaves the Olive Sub and merges on the Burlington Northern Branch Line.
I must say, it has US and S mass signals and it used to have mechanical bells a long time ago.
I remember when railroad crossings in Placentia used to be horn zones. Unfortunately, these are history after several years.
Still, all of the Metrolink, Amtrak Southwest Chief and Burlington Northern trains use that track every day.
Train horns in Orange County will never be forgotten.
I hope you enjoyed the video.